Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Lars here with Weekly Wrestling Heat. We are back with another episode. What's going on, guys? I got Monty and Moise here today, so let's get it started. Anything news that we gotta? Oh yeah, wrestling news. AOP has been released by WWE as official of today.
Dude,
It's
go
getting to
to
the point now.
Impact.
It's getting to the point. I don't even know what WWE doing anymore.
Well, actually, to be honest about that one, I saw that coming, but the reason why is because of the fact that they've been injured. When you're injured and you staying injured, you're not gonna really, you know.
Blossom.
It's the whole NXT loved Tino Sabatelli, but he kept getting concussions, so they couldn't do anything with him.
You know what scares me about this, fellas? The fact that ALP got released. I'm scared Samoa Joe might get released.
Samoa Joe is gonna be
Huh?
Vince said he wants Samoa Joe to be the face of the commentary team, so
I want him back in the ring, but that's just me.
Yeah, but if you get
I want
injured,
him and Corey on one broadcast team.
yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Monty, think about Wade Barrett, Corey, and Samoa Joe on one team.
One of them gonna have to go. Samoa or Barrett. You can't have both. I mean, it'd be nice. I mean, WrestleMania sure. But.
No, actually, think about it. You could have Samoa Joe has a play-by-play. You could have Corey has the heel commentator, and you could have, no, hold on, let me change that around. You could have Wade Barrett has play-by-play because he's doing really good on at NXT doing play-by-play as well.
Correct.
You have Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe has a color commentator, and you can have Corey Graves as the heel commentator.
Okay.
So that works either way. Anyways, NXT this week was interesting.
Very.
I haven't watched SmackDown yet, but you guys have. I heard something like there's a big storyline playing out on SmackDown.
It's a lot of big storylines playing out on SmackDown, boys.
But
we're gonna get to that in a minute.
We're not talking about SmackDown tonight because I haven't watched it yet. If y'all want to talk about SmackDown, once we do predictions, I'll sign off. Y'all cover SmackDown. But what's it called? I heard in wrestling news, the Fiend and Alexa are going to do a babyface turn. I don't know how that's supposed to work.
I have no idea.
And I read it on Wrestling Inc. and they're usually on point with their coverage.
I need to rewatch that one. I don't think I watched it. I don't think I watched it like with focus ending on it because I was doing other things. So I think I might need to rewatch. So let's just move on to NXT. NXT kicked off with Legado Fantasma versus Breezango and Isaiah Swerve Scott in a 6-man tag team street fight. I thought this match was pretty decent.
It was entertaining.
Man, I wish Imperium didn't run in, but I'm happy that the faces still got the win because it makes you care more about Swerve and Escobar's storyline.
And fellas, I got a question. So what was it in that mask that what's his name had on his head? Was it like some bricks in it or something?
It was probably a metal plate, but it could also be the power of the mask, you know?
Yeah.
I
mean, either way, that match was back and forth, and man, that freaking jump off the little lift that they had, that was pretty nice by them.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah, off the forklift. Yeah, that was cool.
Off the forklift. I thought that was something cool to see, and I really enjoying this. I hope they keep the titles on Breezango for a while because I'm enjoying that. I'm starting to enjoy the little title run that they've had. So, yeah, no, that was pretty interesting. I think the match was nice. It had the nice balance of back and forth, and then the Imperium jumping in and the faces winning. That made it pretty much even better. Um, Afterwards, we get Candice LeRae versus Casey Cantizaro, which was a good match, back and forth, and it actually showed Candice LeRae's little heel side even more, which I like as well. So I think that's something positive that I'm seeing, and that they're finally starting to develop her character a little bit more. She looks great in the ring, and Casey does too. And then with Kaden there has her mate. I think that's a perfect pairing.
Ooh.
I think they would do well if they were to go to challenge for the women's titles. I don't think they'll win, but I think they'll be another nice tag team to have.
Caden Carter.
The thing with that is taking the belts off of Bailey and Sasha, which you eventually had to do. I don't know if Naya and Shayna are marketable enough to put on an NXT card against an AEW with the whole ratings war, you know?
No argument there.
Well, we also didn't state that, but there's a rumor out there which is unconfirmed because, like I said, here we don't follow rumors. We just say, hey, this is a rumor until it's confirmed. We will, but there's a rumor that NXT is moving to Tuesday nights as
Yeah, I
well.
heard that.
Honestly, I think that the wrestling war that they're having right now is not benefiting both AEW and NXT. As we've seen, since they've been separate, um, they they've done better being on separate nights.
Yeah.
I
NXT
think you have enough mutual fans that it would benefit both of them being on separate nights. It's just I don't want to hear any more shit from Jericho, so I'm kind of hoping it doesn't happen.
Yeah, no, I'm hoping the same thing because it's like it's getting to the point like me and Matt watched AEW the go home show before All Out, and we were just like, this does not feel like the go home show that they usually have because usually AEW has a pretty good go home show where they're actually it's pretty good action, it's pretty nice. It didn't really
The
pick up
the only things that made you care on the AEW show, because we're just going to go into predictions because Monty didn't watch it after this, was I thought the MJF beatdown at the end made MJF look good. I thought the women's match was good, and I thought the Kenny Omega Hangman stuff was good.
Yeah. I think that's it. I mean, apart from that, Eddie Kingston made a promo, which was really good.
It was good until the clusterfuck after.
Yeah, until the clusterfuck that happened afterwards. I enjoyed the promo. I think he killed both Taz and Jake the Snake in it. And
I liked what I want to say it was Sam Adonis or Justin LaBar said. When you have all these guys running into the ring, like Griff Garrison and guys like that, they can't be in just t-shirts because they've been on Dark. We haven't paid attention to them. Like the only guy I knew aside from Taz's guys, Kingston's guys, Darby, and like everyone who's been on TV was Serpentico, and that's because Sammy dressed up like him like a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
So it's cool that you got Murder Hawk in there, and you got Taz's boys. Yeah, but then when they're having a hard time beating up Billy Gunn and Griff Garrison and the Gunn kids, you're like, what the hell is this?
Yeah, it really makes you like question. It really makes you like. I know they had the Tony Khan had their little conference call and he was hyping it, but he was like, "Oh, we did really good." I'm like, what was good about it? Like I understand there you had certain points where it was actually good, like the women's match. I'm not going to take anything. I think they're headed in the right direction. But if they put Sheeta over
Thunder Rosa.
Yeah, if they put Sheeta over Thunder Rosa, then what's the point? Because Thunder Rosa is NWA champion. So if you put her over her, then you're gonna send Thunder Rosa back to NWA to wherever she's going, and it's just pointless because you don't have that one character that you need. Her title reign is good, but it hasn't had many highlights apart from the freaking her match with Nyla Rose.
You could go. I think you could go right into Serena Deeb though.
But is she signed with AEW? That's the thing. I don't think she's signed. I think she's just doing one-off appearances or pay by appearance. So it's like,
well,
yeah,
it would be good to have a women's trainer in there or maybe even have her help with the writing team because obviously Kenny has no clue what he's doing, you know. So,
well, that's another thing. They finally got Britt Baker back. I'm thinking they got Britt Baker back, so I don't know exactly what's going to happen once Britt Baker and this whole thing happens. But anyways, we'll save that for a minute once we go into predictions. Let's keep going with NXT. Just finished up NXT right quick. Afterwards, Rhea Ripley chances Mercedes Martinez next week for a cage match, which I am excited to see because it's two of the top heavy hitters in the women's division in NXT going against each other.
Dude, I'm so excited for this, but WWE did a WWE thing and gave it a tagline. It's not a battle of the badasses, and that kind of turned me off from it.
I don't know. I still like it regardless of what it is.
No, it's gonna be phenomenal, but you don't need to give it a tagline. You know, they're like they're two hard hitting big women that can kick ass. You know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And then afterwards we get Bronson Reed versus Timothy Thatcher, which was a pretty solid.
What you think of that match?
It was a pretty solid match. Bronson Reed looked really good, and then Thatcher still is a badass. I'm on the Thatcher train.
You know what? Thatcher is starting to rub on me a little bit. I'm seeing what you're saying, Elias.
Thatcher has to be an NXT lifer though, because I could see Bruce liking him, but I could see Vince hating it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that too.
I could see Bruce thinking they have another William Regal there, but I could see Vince like, no, nothing appeals to me about this guy. So keep him in NXT for a minute. And then you had Austin Theory come out, attack Bronson, and then Bronson eventually losing to Thatcher.
To be a submission. Speaking of UK, NXT UK is coming back as well. They're actually found the new studio home where they'll be filming and doing their NXT UK shows. And they also announced NXT TakeOver UK. I think it's October 8th or somewhere around that line. Don't quote me. I got to double check. But they NXT UK TakeOver is coming as well.
It's good to see wrestling getting back to normal because we had Indie Mania right down a couple of streets away from me last week. I didn't get to attend it because I was working, but I've heard great stuff. I heard the autograph signings and everything. Everyone was cordial. I heard it went really well with the safe practices that need to be enforced.
Yeah, and then Booker T had a outdoor wrestling show out here. It's kind of like a drive-in wrestling show, where they basically put the ring in the parking lot and let people park and watch from their cars, or watch from basically their cars if they're outside or whatever. And that was a great success as well. I've been seeing a lot of indie promotions coming back slowly, just starting to do stuff that's unique, which is I know they've been doing high school gyms, they've been doing high school football fields, they've been doing everything that's allowing them to do what they need to do with a following all the social guidelines.
Elias, I want to ask you a question really quick. I personally, and a couple of my friends said it's because I'm Mark for this dude, but I think Matt Cardona, aka formerly known as Jack Ryder, I think he took the release the best way. After his interviews, didn't crap on the company. He's being civil. He's just being a good guy about it. You know, he's like, yeah, we got competition. I know a lot of them. I want them to do good, you know? And I think that's good. I think he's doing good media around, unlike some people in Impact, or not Impact, in AEW.
I agree with that.
I agree with that. I think he did the best out of everybody to actually It took the release the best. I think Heath Slater comes in the second place of taking the.
And Moxley's actually doing really good with it too. He was on Busted Open, said he doesn't care about the ratings. He just wants people to watch good wrestling.
Yeah, and it's like, I mean, think about it. I mean, I understand the Good Brothers why they feel the way they feel because of the fact that they just had resigned and then they had beef with Paul Heyman. So they have a right to be pissed off about that because they had literally just signed a big ass deal with WWE and then just to be let go. I understand why they feel the way they feel. Some other wrestlers, for them to go back and bash the company that made them, it's kind of ridiculous, kind of redundant, honestly, because at the end of the day, when you don't have anything or when you get to that point, WWE is going to come back and try to get you. And if you shit on the company, that door closes for a little while. And it might not be 5-6 years before they actually try to come and knock on your door and be like, "Hey, do you want to come back?"
And that was the
well, yeah, because here's the thing. In 10 years from now, which I think everyone will be over it by then, when AJ goes into the Hall of Fame, I'm sure they want the Good Brothers to induct him, but now it's probably going to be Finn and Adam Cole.
That, or it could be somebody else like
Shinsuke,
Shinsuke, say people that've been there. But I mean, at the same time, when you look at it, like Vince is a forgiving man and Triple H is a businessman, so he knows what's best for business. So he's not Vince forgives because he knows that they did it out of anger at the time. Think about all the countless people that have gone away from WWE and come back, because Goldberg shitted on WWE when he left in 2005.
We're not even going to talk about. We're not even going to talk. We're not even going to talk about Jeff Jarrett.
Jeff Jarrett. Jeff Jarrett's a freaking executive producer now. Not executive producer, but he's in the backstage team as a producer.
Ultimate Warrior and Bruno were the worst. And
yeah, and they still came back. So it just basically goes to show that WWE doesn't really hold grudges. They might just block you off for a little while, but I mean, think about it. They gave a lot of these people their break. So if for them to say for these people to just come back and just do that, it does you understand their anger, but at the same time you're like, don't bite the hand that fed you all these years. So I applaud Matt Cardona for handling the way he handled, and also I think also the way he's doing why he's doing it is because he knows that Chelsea is still in NXT and WWE, so he doesn't want to mess anything up for her.
And not only that, and I was trying to get to that. The fact that he took it very well and the way he handled it, I can see this right now. I can see it right now. Vince might call him back up to WWE sooner than later.
Well, it's if you build your name, think about it. Drew McIntyre left. Drew McIntyre left WWE. He went to the Indies.
Jinder Mahal, same thing.
Jinder Mahal did the same thing. They all left, went to the Indies, got better, made names for themselves, and they came back. Look at Jinder. Jinder won the SmackDown Championship. Drew McIntyre is current WWE champion. It's how you work and market yourself outside of WWE that makes WWE be interested in you. If you can't market yourself and you can't make yourself known like Drew McIntyre did, like Bobby Lashley did when he left and he was in TNA, he made a name for himself. And look where they're at now. MVP did the same thing. All these guys that have left WWE have always come back and done great things when they came back. So it's just a matter of time before you see somebody that we know that got released to come back. Now, and we have Angel Online. No, we're not saying that. We're just saying 9 times out of 10, you have a wrestler that like Matt Cardona or like Heath Slater or stuff like that weren't getting over and they weren't getting used for some particular reason. They leave and they go do better stuff, or they get better, or they go just prove a point that they were worth investing, and that's when WWE actually calls them back. When they're
Angel, here's the thing. The Good Brothers did their horrible pay-per-view thing, and everyone loved it, and that was the most indie show you could have. So we're not saying that, but I mean, all the wrestlers that are tweeting, I'm telling them how great that show was speaks for itself.
Yeah, the Good Brothers being released in WWE was a controversial topic.
Yeah.
They don't need to get better. Their stock is already high. The thing about them was that they had beef. They had beef with Paul Heyman, or Paul Heyman had beef with them, and according to what they're saying, and AJ said as well, and basically, they got screwed over because they weren't supposed to get released. Triple H was supposed to bring them to NXT to do a couple of things as well. So there was something fishy about the Good Brothers being released, which I hate it.
Yeah, that was kind of weird.
So,
Next
anyway, next match was the fatal 4-way Iron Man match for the NXT Championship. I liked the match. It was back and forth. Finn Balor with the coup de grace to get everybody tied up like 30 or 40 minutes into the match. Then Finn Balor with the hits, the coup de grace to get the second pin before the 10 seconds, and then Adam Cole came in and got his his last call to tie it up. I really thought they should have just honestly done a definite finish.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm kind of excited to see Adam Cole versus Finn Balor to crown the champion, because I think Finn Balor's going to win that one.
I have a bad feeling about this, Elias. I have a very bad feeling about this.
Here's my booking sense. Here's my booking sense, though. Hear me out. Finn Balor wins. Undisputed Era turns on Adam Cole and becomes part of the
Balor Club.
Yep.
That's what I think is going to happen too.
Because the week before, I think it was the week before, Undisputed Era came and started attacking people, and Kyle O'Reilly didn't join in on it. So they're teasing a split up of Undisputed Era, and I don't know where it's going to happen, when it's going to happen, but I think it's going to happen.
But I think
Undisputed Era is going to turn on Adam Cole.
I think Kyle O'Reilly's going to turn face in all this too, because I think Kyle O'Reilly, with the whole doctor and therapy thing they did, and I think he got over enough to where Triple H and Shawn could see him as babyface.
Actually, I could see that happening. Kyle O'Reilly is really good, and he's one of the best sellers in NXT right now. Well, in WWE, apart from Dolph Ziggler, and he's hilarious too when he sells too. Because there's a reel on YouTube that has like Kyle O'Reilly selling, which is pretty good. I thought them not giving us definite finish was a negative for NXT.
Yeah,
but
I was expecting that.
I liked it. It's an Iron Man match. A lot of them end in ties. No one complained when Brock Lesnar and Kurt Angle ended in a tie.
Yeah, but I mean, like I said, personal preference, I didn't like it. But I know
Angel wasn't watching back then, but Kurt Angle and Brock Lesnar had a great Iron Man match that ended in a tie, leading the match the following week. So, it's booking 101. You have two people that are over, you give them a match, and it's on none of those nights. I don't know why Angel's so scared of the booking.
I'm gonna say it like this, though. Yeah. I knew it was too good to be true to sit here and crown a champion on a Tuesday show on a Super.
No, but they had two Tuesday shows back to back, so they had to do a cliffhanger, which is understandable. I thought they should have given them extra 5 minutes, because they have extra 5 minutes to spare on USA, and actually gone and done the last 5 minutes of one-on-one. That would have been a safe choice to do, but at the same time,
or even better, maybe.
I don't know if Triple H. I know some.
What happened?
I know. I don't know if Triple H said this or Shawn Michaels said this. I know someone said this. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah. We got you.
Someone said they didn't like the 5-minute run time because sometimes it cuts off the DVR. So I could also see that being the reason why. but that's whatever.
No, and then that's understandable. I thought that the match itself was hard hitting. Freaking Tommaso Ciampa was a freaking
Now
beast
I
in
ain't
the
gonna
whole
lie.
match.
I think he should have won that one, man. This Iron Man match because he was getting so much momentum. Because I don't want to see another Johnny
No, but
Gargano
each
situation.
there was about every so often the pace of the match changed to match the wrestler that was having the advantage. So there was a point in the match where Adam Cole just started whooping everybody's ass, and then all of a sudden Finn Balor comes in and starts just going off, and then Tommaso Ciampa. It just kept going back and forward. That's the dynamic of something that hasn't been done in a while. I don't even think it's been done ever. A 4-man, 60-minute Iron Man match. These guys came out there and performed and stole the show, regardless of the ending. I think I commend the guys for being able to prove to put on a good showing for a 60 minutes, because that takes a lot of cardio, takes a lot of strength, and 60 minutes you're basically halfway. Like, you're basically depleted of all that, especially as hard as they were hitting. But yeah, no, that's what we're looking forward to next week. There's 2 matches that have been announced, which is the cage match, and then they announced the one-on-one between Finn Balor and Adam Cole for the NXT Championship. I would love to see Finn Balor become a 2-timer, because I think it's only been Samoa Joe and Shinsuke that have done that.
Adam Cole.
Oh yeah, Adam Cole too. So unless they put Adam Cole as a 3-time, then that'll be interesting to see as well.
Let's go into the all-in predictions.
All out?
Yeah, same thing.
All right, let's get to it, man.
Let's do it.
All Out 2020 this Saturday on pay-per-view. Let's get started with the pre-show match, the buy-in. Britt Baker versus
No, that got moved to the main card. Private Party versus 4 and 5 is the pre-show match now. That got announced on the conference call today.
Dark Order.
Yeah, 4 and 5.
All right, who are we getting to? I think I'm sticking with Private Party on this one.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that anyway. So that's all 3.
I think this match is just gonna show how good Private Party is, honestly.
Yeah, I see no discrepancies in this pick. So.
All
right, then we got Britt Baker versus Big Swole in a tooth and nails match. I don't know what it is. I don't really care about it.
This isn't Britt Baker's doctor's office. It is a no disqualification, anything goes match.
Okay, weird. All right, who do we got? I think Big Swole wins.
I'm gonna go Britt Baker.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Because this looks too damn good to be true. Britt Baker. Even though I love Big Swole, I'm going to say Britt Baker.
All right. Young Bucks versus Jurassic Express.
Bucks, easy.
Yeah.
You got to build them for the Revival or for Hangman and Kenny. So I go Bucks.
Right. I don't know about all that, but Bucks.
Matt Hardy versus Sammy Guevara in a Broken Rules match.
Wait, Elias, what was your pick?
I said Young Bucks.
Okay.
Matt Hardy versus Sammy Guevara.
Matt Hardy, because if he loses, he's gone.
Yeah, I'm sticking
Matt Hardy.
With Matt Hardy. You see, Chris Don's just trying to follow our lead this time around.
No, not really.
All right, Dark Order versus Macadorna, Scorpio Sky, and the Natural Nightmares.
Wait, what happened?
I said Monty's going with the safe picks this time around.
No, I'm not. I'm really not. So most of this stuff is common sense, really. So.
All right, Dark Order versus Macadorna, Scorpio Sky, and the Natural Nightmares.
This is tough because I could see Cody coming back. I'm gonna go with but I don't see QT Marshall winning on a pay-per-view. So
I'm going with Team Nightmare.
You're going with the Nightmare family?
Yeah, I'm gonna go
Monty,
with the Nightmare
you go.
family also. I'm going with the
Yeah,
Nightmare
I will
family
too.
also.
I will too.
I don't see how Dark Order gonna do this, but okay.
I think Brody Lee should get another win, but I think Cody comes and causes shenanigans.
Yeah.
All right, this one's gonna be a hard one because we don't know exactly who's gonna get this one, but the 21-man casino battle royale for an AEW championship opportunity.
There's a wild card in this too.
Name
everyone not on the card. It's everyone not on the card. Like you got Archer, Darby, Kingston, the Lucha Bros, Butcher Blade, Brian Cage, Ricky Starks, Billy Gunn, and a wild card.
I don't know.
So you're saying the wild card?
What was it?
I say we pick a winner and pick a wild card and make it a 2-point question.
Okay.
And if there isn't a wild card, whatever. None of us get the point for it.
I think Brian. Okay. No, I think you already won that one.
I think Darby Allin, because I think Darby Allin MJF could be fun.
I was thinking about Darby Allin. I was thinking about Darby Allin on the cool.
So I'm going Darby, Elias. Darby. Monty?
Yeah. Darby.
Okay.
Because I was thinking wild about that. Card. You said Darby, I was like, ooh, I don't know.
Eric Rowan.
Ooh.
Eric Rowan is your wild card.
Whatever his name is.
Monty. Wild card.
Zack Ryder. I'm sorry. What's his name? Not Zack Ryder. What's his name?
Kurt Hawkins?
His name now? No. That's a good one. Oh no, like I'm very.
He's on Impact, so it can't be Hawkins.
No, it ain't Hawkins. I'm just saying. I don't know. I don't know who to pick. Seriously.
I'm gonna go Rusev or Miro, whatever the fuck he's going by now.
Miro, okay.
I don't know who else to pick.
I'm gonna take an L for this one. I don't know.
I'm just putting. I don't know.
It's gonna be some new Dark Order member named I don't know what, and Monty can get the point.
Don't do
All right. Chris Jericho versus Orange Cassidy in a Mimosa Mayhem match.
Who cares?
In a what Mayhem match?
I say OC.
You got to throw your opponent into a mimosa.
What do y'all come up with this?
If they put Jericho over Orange Cassidy, I'm done with it. I'm done with AEW. Literally.
I'm gonna go OC.
In their defense, I think OC did win against Jericho at one point, right?
Their first match was Jericho. Second match was OC. This is the tiebreaker.
Oh, this is the tiebreaker. Okay.
I'm gonna go OC.
I got guts. I'm gonna go with Jericho. I see Jericho doing something stupid. Just watch. Probably
like Jericho wins and jumps in there anyway.
Probably gonna bring them. Probably. What I'm saying is they might mess around and have the inner circle attack him. I see Jericho doing something dumbfounded.
All right. Anyways, next match, AEW Women's World Championship match: Hikaru Shida versus Thunder Rosa.
I am all about this. I'm gonna go Shida, but I am all about this.
I'll go safe
I'm
and
gonna
say
go with a
Sheeta too
she.
because
Yeah, I'm gonna say Sheeta also. I like Thunder Rose. I've
I
been
think
seeing her a little bit, but not right now.
I don't know. That sounds interesting.
It's gonna be a
All
decent
right.
match.
I think this one's gonna be one-sided.
I
Unless
want to
anybody.
change my wild card pick. I want to change my wild card pick.
Uh-huh.
Tessa Blanchard comes out and wins.
Are you sure about that?
Yes. You automatically build the next person Sheeta can face.
Okay. All right. Anyways, back to it. AEW World Tag Team Championship match. Kenny Omega and Adam Page, Hammond Page versus FTR. I'm going with FTR.
Yeah, go ahead and get them titles off of Kenny Omega and them FTR.
Nah, I'm gonna go Hangman and Kenny. I see both of them going savage after this and just running Muckstad as heels. And then Kenny down the line turns.
I can
I
see
think
that.
Kenny gonna. No. I think Kenny Omega gonna turn first before Hangman.
I think I here's my prediction. FTR wins. Kenny Omega goes ham on Adam Page because he betrayed him and made him look stupid, and then as FTR basically messed him over. So he's gonna try to fix things, but Kenny Omega's gonna go off the deep end and just go ham on Hangman Page.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm after.
All right, so I'm going Kenny and Hangman.
Okay. All right. This is the last match, AEW World Championship match. Jon Moxley versus MJF.
Moxley.
Bold choice.
Booking 101 would say Moxley because MJF beat him to a pulp, right? But I don't know, man. You're getting the crowds back too. I think this was the hottest Moxley has been in the last couple of weeks. The last 2 weeks, he's been pretty fire. And I'm not a Moxley fan, so that's saying a lot.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna go Moxley as well because I think getting the crowd back slowly is gonna help Moxley.
I think MJF's gonna win this one. Reason being is that they are building him to be the way that they're pushing him right now. It's the right time is right for him to have that. If not, this whole build up to this match will be pointless as shit.
But see, this
oh
is the same
my
thing.
god! You know what you can do? Monty, say your point, and then I'm gonna do some fantasy booking because I know you love my fantasy booking.
I was just gonna say, but see, we said that same thing about Brian Cage against Jon Moxley with Taz at ringside. I mean, on his side. Look what happened with that.
Well, that's because AEW doesn't know how to book big men.
Okay, so what makes you think that they're gonna sit? Okay, so what makes you think they're gonna sit here and actually give MJF the belt? I mean, I understand what Elias is saying, but at the end of the day, it's just like y'all said, Moxley been hot. It's been the past couple of weeks. I've seen that, and then we got these crowds coming back. Obviously, something gonna have to pop. So that's why I said I'm gonna pick Moxley.
No,
okay. Fantasy booking 101. Elias, I'm gonna help you out here. MJF wins. Wardlow wins the Battle Royal.
Could be that.
Okay.
You want to change your pick?
No, I'm still sticking with Moxley.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to say, no, I'm going to keep Moxley on this. I'm going to pick Wardlow in the Battle Royal.
Ooh, okay. That's a bold one.
It is, but they've been teasing this MJF and Wardlow thing. Like, you got to pay it off eventually, right?
Yeah.
So here's my reasoning. Think about how the promo that he did about Moxley when he first did it. Everything he's been doing.
But what if Renee Young runs out?
I don't know. I wouldn't. She's still under a 90-day clause, so she can't show up.
No, contract ran out. She didn't get fired.
Ooh.
That's why they said Morrow could announce this show with Renee Young, and WWE can't do anything about it.
Well, at the same time, whatchamacallit, she's still under contract with Fox. and she's probably gonna be doing WWE things with Fox.
I don't know, man. I don't want her there, but man, Tony Khan probably has wet dreams about Brandy and Cody versus Renee and Mox.
To be honest with you, I don't really care about that.
Me neither.
I know we don't, but I bet you Tony
not even
Khan thinks
thinking
it's a
about
money
that.
match.
So I'm going on an Elias rant. So the fact that Tony Khan still has WWE's name in his mouth, when he said that Double or Nothing was better than WrestleMania, I thought he should have shot himself in the foot.
He said that.
No, I think it's good. I think it's good he said Double or Nothing was their mania, because this is what people were thinking was they all thought All Out was their mania. So it's good that you're not putting the pressure on this card, because this card isn't this isn't a like I've bought every AEW pay-per-view so far. This isn't one I want to buy.
Well, no. He said that that AEW pummeled WrestleMania's 2 nights. That the Double or Nothing basically beat WrestleMania both nights.
Tony Khan lies to tell.
So that's one thing that I do not agree with. I think
I think
keep going
Rhea
back.
versus Charlotte was better than anything they did.
Yeah. Kevin Owens versus Seth Rollins was a better match.
Literally.
People still talk about
thing to say.
People still talk about the Boneyard match. No one's talking about Stadium Stampede.
Yeah, I thought Stadium Stampede was stupid. I didn't like it. It had too many weird points in that match. But anyways, I feel like AEW just needs to focus on AEW and stop talking about WWE, because honestly, it's getting to the point where it's going to start turning fans away, and fans are like slowly starting to notice that, and they're starting, regardless of how the hardcore fan base is. I think that little by little, the more you keep advertising WWE on your programming, the more that it's going to start turning people away.
Also, can we call out
and how many months have we been saying this for the longest, Elias? Since AEW started? Since they showed up
We've been saying it for over a year now, but here's the thing. All these AEW marks, I'm going to say, because there's good AEW fans, they're like, oh, Brock Lesnar, Renee Young, Morrow. Brock Lesnar's not going there.
He's not. Even I don't know why they even thought that was going to happen.
I don't know neither.
Biggest wrestling news which we passed on. Brock Lesnar is not a free agent.
Yeah.
I think he'll do one more fight and then come back to WWE.
I don't think he's even going to do a fight, because there's speculations on that too. I think that at this point in time of his career, I think he's just going to take a break. He's been doing. He's still making money regardless. So
he lives very frugal. He lives very frugal.
He's not going to come back until everything is back to normal. Investment man, throw that fat money contract out.
Well, they're still in contract negotiations, so there's no telling on that. If AEW gets Brock Lesnar, then it'll be kind of like
hypocritical.
Yeah,
it would be pointless to me.
I mean, are you gonna do what WWE does and put the title? Brock Lesnar's not gonna go in there and take a loss against freaking Darby Allin.
I never said that he was, but at the same time,
no, I'm just saying. I'm just speaking in general. Like, you're not gonna see Brock Lesnar take a loss to somebody like freaking MJF.
Of course not.
So it's like you don't have enough big men to do good stuff with. They don't use their big men.
Only match.
Now that part I agree with, Elias. I've noticed that big time. All these big men who need to have champions around their belt, you don't even utilize them correctly. So the fact that they don't even do that, you really think Brock Lesnar gonna sit here and walk in the AEW and deal with that crap? No.
The only AEW match you have that will intrigue people with Brock Lesnar is the Jericho match, but I mean, he's gonna walk in there, look at Jericho, and be like, "You gotta lose like 15 pounds before I do anything with you." And yeah, like I don't think Brock Lesnar's going there.
Get it through y'all head, fellas. He ain't in the story.
I
It's
think
just
we're
not gonna
good.
happen.
Are y'all going to discuss SmackDown? Because I will sign off and watch SmackDown right now if y'all are.
No, we're not.
Nah,
We're gonna skip that.
No, we'll skip that.
All right, but Monty, you watched it. Is it worth to watch, or is it watch the highlights?
Yeah, you can watch it. There was some things on there. You can watch it.
We could hop on Discord and watch it if you want to. And we could hop on Discord and watch it again.
It's up to y'all.
Yeah, I actually am gonna go watch it with my pops. He's still awake, so I'm probably gonna watch SmackDown with my pops.
All right, never mind then. All right. So that's it. That's the predictions. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10 points up for bids for this week. The scores of the prediction challenge since we restarted it are at me and Moise are tied at 11, while Monty is in last place at 6.
I want to ask Monty one thing before we leave. What did you think of that Shayna Baszler tag team match finish, bruh? Where she had Sasha in the leg lock, got Bayley into submission, and then used Sasha's arm to make Bayley tap.
I like that match.
I like that match a lot too. Your girl Nia is getting a lot of mic time now.
Mm-hmm. Even though it is kind of weird, it is kind of weird how they're tag team champions, an unlikely duo.
This is kind of like when they did Team Hell No, or when they did something along those lines. Two opposites attracting, like Cesaro and the Bar.
Famous. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't understand why. I don't understand why they even got rid of the Bar. Come on now.
I don't know. I think they separated them for a while, or I think Sheamus was injured or something like that before they came back. Anyways, that's it for today's show. Thanks for joining us. As always, follow us at Weekly Wrestling Heat on Facebook, Weekly Wrestling Heat on _ Weekly Wrestling Heat on Twitter, Weekly Wrestling Heat on YouTube, and Weekly Wrestling Heat on Instagram. For myself, I am Mr. Laredo, Monty _ Dallas, and Moise H91.
Mm-hmm.
We are officially out. Peace out. Peace.
Peace.